Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Folks around here in high spirits. Matt Vasgersian with you on a day that's been circled on their calendars since about midwinter. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Jeff Samardzija gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Jeff Samardzija, the pride and joy of Valparaiso High School, Valparaiso, Indiana. Also a pretty good wide receiver for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Big, strong guy. A lot of people think he takes that football mentality out on the mound. 94 to 96. Good sink, good late run, good hard breaking ball, and his split finger has gotten a lot better. If Jeff Samardzija is on, you'll know early he'll be inducing a lot of ground balls.
Danny Dero, this Giants team, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Justin Turner goes down for the first out of the game. Next at the plate will be Corey Seager. Popped him up. Posey waits on it. 2 gone.
Batting third.
Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. Looking at the stats, he's hitting over 400 versus right-handed pitching this season. He's obviously facing a right-hander on the mound today, so guys, he could have a real impact on this game.
So that'll bring in Mookie Betts. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Samardzija, who carries around the nickname Shark. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Hey, Dero, Earl Hendricks.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers nothing with the Giants coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Walker Buehler gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy wasn't too bad in his last one, Matt. Pitched all the way through the 6th inning. And listen, that's what you ask for nowadays. If you can get your starter to get you through the 6th inning and turn it over to the bullpen. He took the loss in the last one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
Coming to the plate now, Wilmer Flores. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Back goes Peterson to the track, to the wall, and it's gone. So it's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first as the Giants are staked to a 1-0 lead.
what a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Batting second.
Brandon Crawford digging in next.
Crawford.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And they'll have to chase it down out around the 382 sign. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Batting third.
As a pitcher, you'd love to assert your authority early on in the game, but it hasn't happened so far out here. That's a home run and a double against him now, and we're still in the first. He's going to have to make some adjustments quickly if he's going to turn this around.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson has a read on it. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third.
Batting
and here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. High in the air out to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game.
Batting fifth.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Peterson's under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Giants 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Cody Bellinger.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hey, love the pitcher attacking the zone right here. He knows he's got a patient hitter at the plate.
A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
And that'll bring up the versatile Max Muncy. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Fly ball out toward left center field. Yastrzemski's got it, and there's one gone.
Batting fifth.
Time for a look at the San Francisco Giants on defense. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Here's Jock Peterson now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. His past meetings with Samardzija, he's a .333 hitter, 5 for 15. He's taken him deep once. Peterson is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate. He's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Standing in now, Will Smith. Lifted in the air to right field. Pence has a read on it. And the inning is over. One left for LA. They're still down. It's 2-0. Last half of the second set to go.
Lead
And into bat
for
next,
the
it'll be
Giants.
Alex Dickerson.
The
One
center
of the
fielder.
keys to securing a
Alex
win, they want to keep the pressure on and
Dickerson.
try to build that lead as much as they can.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Second home run early in the year, as the Giants have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that one off the bat, that was going a long way.
Batting seventh, the first baseman, Brandon.
Here's the first baseman,
Belt.
Brandon Belt. Lifted in the air out to center field. Peterson has a read on it. One away.
Batting eighth, the
Hey,
catcher.
let's take a look at the Dodgers on defense. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer, but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey, as he'll cut on and miss it. A good slider at the knees for strike one. Nero, Danny, this LA Dodger ball club, as they enter play here this afternoon, they haven't quite been able to get on track yet. They come in 2-4 over their first 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a
High and deep to left center field. Back goes Betts to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the former Notre Dame wide receiver, Jeff Samardzija. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to Muncy, gets him, and with that they'll end the inning. Giants add on one more. Bye-bye, baby. The solo home run. We've played 2. It's now 3-0 San Francisco. Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll give way to the rookie second baseman, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry.
First pitch of the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Sandoval over to his right. 1 down.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 21, Walker.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Walker Buehler. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Fly ball right down the line in left. Left fielder giving chase. And he makes the catch in the corner.
Now batting,
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Justin Turner. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and set to go is the second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Hit out towards second. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
The batter, number 35.
So with one gone, a reminder the Giants baseball continues here on the show. There you get a look at what's coming up for the Orange and Black over the next 7 days. At the plate, Brandon Crawford. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. And now a pitch on the way. Popped him up. Seager takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
The right fielder, number 8.
So digging in now, Hunter Pence. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Bellinger's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Giants are down 1-2-3. They lead it 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and up next, the former All-Star shortstop Corey Seager.
The shortstop.
Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike one. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. And he fouls this one off. Here's another 0-2. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Now another 0-2. Belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Pence at the track, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts. First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
No runs, just one hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Ripped down the line, and this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. Betts is going to turn for second. And he'll reach second now with one away.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Grounded to third. Up with it there is Sandoval. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag.
The first baseman, Max.
Next up is Max Muncy. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Don't want to forget about him. Here comes the first pitch. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes. And when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. Now a chopper to first, might only get one. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runners are able to move up.
Up next to the Dodgers, the center fielder.
So next to bat will be the left-handed hitting Jock Peterson. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive.
On to second, but he's in safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Will.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Giants 3 and the Dodgers 2. Bottom of the inning now, and digging in is the outfielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
The left fielder.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Betts, still ranging back into the bleachers and gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 3 here in the early going, and it will stake the Giants a 4-2 lead. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
The third baseman, number 48.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval.
Sandoval.
Into center field, line drive base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger
number
right there.
12.
He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Dickerson.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. Hits it high and deep out to center field. But this is taken in on the warning track as the runner will tag from second. And he'll get into third here on the flyout, so he's 90 feet away here with one
the
gone.
First baseman, number 9, Brandon.
Standing in, Brandon Belt flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another flyout wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 5-2.
The catcher, number 28.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So a runner at first with one man gone, and that brings up Buster Posey. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Oh, 0-2 the count of Posey.
0-2. Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Betts has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And up next, the former Notre Dame wide receiver, Jeff Samardzija. From the belt, the pitch. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
Sometimes it's all about the stuff you have on a particular day. You take a look inside the numbers. 100% of his first pitches to batters have been for strikes, but the quality hasn't been there. He's going to have to make some changes to turn this one around.
Here it comes on 0-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. Giants on top, 5-2. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with Dave Roberts, the Dodgers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for the
Good
Dodgers,
stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
the second baseman.
First delivery
Zach
to him on the way.
McKinstry.
Fouled away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The third baseman,
Justin Turner is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Hit out towards second. And that is into right field. A base hit. The throw home. And he'll be tagged out at the plate on a great throw by Hunter Pence.
He's trying his hardest to help his guys get back into the game, but this time he had no shot. Applaud the hustle, but the decision was a costly one.
Here's a look over to first, but the runner's back easily. Here's Corey Seager. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A bouncer up the middle. Crawford's got it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Dodgers leave 1, and the deficit remains 5-2. So in now for San Francisco, Wilmer Flores. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Wilmer Flores.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Slow roller out to short. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
You can see that this wasn't that difficult a play as it headed up the middle, but it might have taken a funny hop there. He couldn't make the play on it.
Runner at first following the error. And stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Here's the first pitch to him. No balls and a strike to count. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. Popped him up. Seager calls for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the right fielder, Hunter.
In now, Hunter Pence. 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped up. Muncy is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 5.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. From the stretch. Lifted in the air to center field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Flores rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score, and they lead now by 4.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far,
third
Nero.
baseman,
The home
number
run
48.
earlier in the night, and that
Pablo
base hit right there drives in his
Sandoval.
third run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not
Ladies
only
and
mixed in that big
your
bomb,
attention,
but now
please.
he's got 3 ribbies
Now
to do.
pitching for the Dodgers.
Now here's the
Number
Dodgers
40.
skipper up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Up into the arcade and out of here. It's a 2-run homer for Pablo Sandoval, giving him an even 150 as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Oh, man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare, and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
The center fielder, number 12.
To the plate
Alex.
now, Alex Dickerson.
Dickerson.
As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Peterson has a read on it, and that retires the side. Another good inning for the Giants. Who's got it better than those folks right there? Back with more fun here on a Friday afternoon after this. New inning set to get underway, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Mookie Betts.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch
Now back.
down in the zone right
The
there,
right
below
field.
the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
So here's Cody Bellinger. One there to belt for the twin killing.
Doesn't come much
Now back.
easier than that.
The first
Taylor
baseman,
made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
So base is empty now after the double play. And next to bat will be the first baseman, Max Muncy. Out in front of it, strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. To right field and deep. Look at this thing go. Into the cove and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him. As they cut the gap a bit, it's now an 8-3 ball game.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Up
In
next
now,
is Doc,
Jock Peterson.
the center fielder. Jock.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. The Dodgers do get one back on the solo home run. Through 5.5, it's the Giants 8 and the Dodgers 3. Bottom of the 6th inning on its way, but first, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading up for the
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Brandon Belt. Hard hit towards center. Peterson is right there, 1 down.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Buster Posey now. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. Turner's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Up next to the Giants, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija.
So here now is the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija, getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Skied into straightaway right. Bellinger's under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Giants down in order, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. Now at the plate, Will Smith. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Dickerson has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Into the box, Zach McKinstry. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Now here's the pitch. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Popped up. Sandoval has a play. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jimmy Nelson.
Chris Taylor will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Grounded back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in. Kept his hands inside the baseball and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. 1 left for L.A. Can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. Ross Stripling will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Number 68.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
Leading up for the
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center.
Wilmer.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
The batter, number 35. Shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a swing and a deep drive to right. And splash down. It's into McCovey Cove. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 4th home run here in the early going, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Up next for the Giants,
Into the box
the
now,
right fielder,
Hunter Pence.
Hunter.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. On the move is Betts, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
The left fielder,
Well, it took him
number
till the
5.
7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
And that's through for a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
At the plate now, Pablo Sandoval. And it's fouled away. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the 0-1. To short, hit hard. There's one. On to first, and the Pandas retired. It's a double play.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
At the plate, Brandon Belt, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. High in the air out to center field. Peterson has a read on it. And that retires the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 5 base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Giants lead it 11-3. Ready to begin the 8th, and striding to the plate will be Corey Seager.
The shortstop, Corey.
First pitch coming, here it is. This one's down to third. Sandoval fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting, the left
fielder. And look there at the starter comparison, telling the story of the ball game. One guy still going and pitching well. The other one long since departed for the showers. Settling in now, Mookie Betts. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is going to find the alley as he might have himself his second double of the ball game. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
This game might be over for all intents and purposes, but somebody forgot to tell this guy. He's a grinder, and he's going to approach every at-bat like it's his last. Does it again here and delivers a double into the gap.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Betts leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
So now to the plate, Max Muncy, and he puts it on the ground to second. Flores has it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Dodgers leave 1, and it's not going to help them. It's 11-3. bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And next to hit is the
Leading off
catcher,
for the
Buster
Giants.
Posey.
The catcher, Buster Posey.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Peterson to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Now batting, the pitcher, Jeff Samardzija.
Striding into the box, Jeff Samardzija. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Wilmer Flores.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Wilmer Flores. He singled his last time up. In there, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. High fly ball out to deep right field. Going back is Bellinger. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. They're still in command, however. It's 11-3. Ready once again, Jock Peterson starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Hot shot to third. There's Sandoval. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Will Smith. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Dickerson arranged to his left and put it away. 2 down.
now batting, second baseman, Zach McKinstry.
At the plate, Zach McKinstry. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball well outside. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, listen, in baseball, we don't see very many complete games any longer because of pitch counts, but listen, he was good from the first inning through the 9th. Well-deserved complete game victory.
11-3 the final score in this contest. The Giants posted 11 runs on the scoreboard when it was all said and done. Jeff Samardzija wins his 3rd of the season, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.